Gosh, something would be wrong with me if I didn't stop for this. Look at that. Oof. Look at that. Alrighty, hey guys, hey. I've jumped back into the White-bellied State Forest this morning for a bit of a bit of a look around. Already, it's a completely different place in terms of wildlife and what's going on. So heaps and heaps of birds out at the moment. I'm catching little glances of some cruising around. Mostly it's just hearing a heap of different calls, as you can probably hear at the moment as well. So hopefully I get some footage. I'm going to find it a bit difficult to do so, I reckon, because it is such dense vegetation. The birds are going to be hiding away. It is quite dark as well because of the dense area. I'm in quite an open area at the moment, that's why it's so light, but then it does get really thick and gets difficult to get any good footage. But if I see anything or if I get any footage, I'll include it. Otherwise I'll include little photos from other people of things that I do see, little birds of interest, that kind of stuff. But either way, just a beautiful area to wander through, and so cool to do it by night and then have a look at it by day as well. So I'll loop around, I'll do the walk again, the 2.5k walk, whatever it was, and then I'll head out and do some other stuff around Atherton. I've got a lot of other little key points to hit and wildlife to see. So let's go. He'll do his like that. Pew pew. Afterwards, there's a call like that, like a follow-up call, and that's the female putting in the rest. So instead of being like that's two calls. It's the male and female. Male does the first part that you're hearing. There's no female here at the moment. That's why you're not hearing that that follow-up call. But instead of being one whole call, it is a male and a female. And the female adds to it, which is quite interesting. So this place has definitely got a few whipbirds getting around. One just ran across the path and then into the bushes, but it got a bit too far away for me to even see with the binoculars. It was right behind, like, not heaps big branches, but trees like this, that kind of stuff, just enough to properly not get a great view. There it is. Not fantastic view through the binoculars there, but otherwise, yeah, that's sort of what I'm dealing with. You catch a glimpse of something and then it just goes off into the darkness almost. But otherwise, still, even if I don't see much else, it is a beautiful place to be. Beautiful start to the day. Alrighty, so not even the full way in. This is Haliaeetus, I would say. Haliaeetus swamp, but what you can't see from there, but I can see, is two white specks in a tree. Hopefully the GoPro works, otherwise I'll get my camera out. But lost them now. Maybe that's it. It's not really showing up properly. But otherwise, it is a pair of sea-eagles. So I'll get some, that's not working. I'll get some decent footage on the camera or something like that. We'll work it out. But otherwise, I haven't even made it the whole way in yet. Beautiful area. And to see two sea-eagles straight up, like, okay. Yeah, it's going to be a good one, I reckon. Alrighty, so you can probably already hear all the honking. There you go. I don't want to spook them. That would be a real shame if they all took flight, but otherwise you might be able to start seeing through the bushes there some magpie geese. They're already a bit alerted to my presence. Look at this facility as well. This is where hiding. I hope this is a bird hide. Yeah, it is. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna go in nice and quietly. There's a top section and a bottom section. This is wicked. As if Hasty Swamp couldn't get cool enough. There is this awesome bird hide. Oh, whoa. Hopefully that's getting picked up on. It looks a bit glary on the screen. But I'm gonna make it nice and quietly and slowly. But look at all those magpie geese. Oh, incredible. Incredible. Look at him. Far out. Ooh. I don't want to spook him. But like right through that tree line all the way around. There's a heap of whistling ducks out there as well. I'll find out what whistling ducks they are. They look like plumed at this stage, just based on the lighter coloration. Look at this. Huge numbers of magpie geese. Whistling ducks. So it doesn't say which species. Wow. Plumed whistling ducks. So yeah, they must be plumed, as I just said. And now, I see more of them out as well. But look at that. Honking and cruising around. Incredible. Oof. This was on the bird guide. If you have seen Hasty Swamp, I've got Hasty Swamp on the brain. If you saw the Davies Creek episode or part 1, talked about the bird trails that I was following. This was on the bird trails for the Atherton region, and I'm stoked. Like when you go to a good birding location, already it's sweet. There's a little cormorant cruising through, a little pied by the looks of things. It's already sweet to come to a wicked birding location like this, but to have this quality facility with the bird hide and then a section above, and then these informative little signs as well. Look at that. Not only does it say you've got a little pied cormorant here, you've got a nice, beautiful illustration, common name, scientific name, and then identifying features with the size of them as well. Oof, I love the signs, I love the facility of the bird hide here. I'm gonna get the binos out, I'm gonna try and spot what I can. I'll try and zoom in and see, get you guys a better look at some of these species. But otherwise, I can't get over the amount of magpie geese. They are incredible. Beautiful animals. Look at that. Yeah, you just got to the top section. There's an amazing lookout from up here. The bottom was awesome, but this is even better really. Just getting a better vantage point of everything. And there's so many magpie geese. I've not seen much else. I've seen a couple others like your spoonbill and stuff like that we've got listed here. No brolga or crane around just yet from what I've seen. But otherwise, look at this, love my raptors. We're already spotted the sea-eagle. Square-tailed kite would be amazing to see. I've only seen them once before, they're epic species. But otherwise, yeah, any raptor here would be awesome. If I can try and get a closer look at the sea-eagles, that would be fantastic. I've been to a couple of birding locations and little swamp areas like this, but this is fantastic. This one is epic. I love the fact that they've put these facilities in with the big bird hide. I'll have a look around, scanning the tree lines, that kind of stuff for kites. Usually you'd see them, whistlers especially, cruising out over the wetlands, soaring around. But yeah, might just see some other ones perched around, so I'll keep a lookout for that. But otherwise, this has been a wicked place. A bit more of a walk around and then we'll head over to the next location. Alrighty, so I've just arrived at Malanda. Just walking, visitor centre was just like, yeah, you can probably hear the cars along the main road. So the visitor centre is just over there. There's a walk over the other side, which I've done before. I didn't see any tree roos or anything like that. It's one of the key species that I want to see today. But otherwise, there's a walk on this side, which someone let me know, which is fantastic. This is where they spotted some, as well as the Noranda tea house, I think it was, or tea place. So yeah, a friend of mine was able to help me out where they saw some. And although I saw some on a nocturnal spot, I want to see one during the day, which would be fantastic. So Malanda is an excellent place to go looking. I've been here a few times looking. This is the third time. So keep my eyes peeled and whatnot for kangaroos around the place. But otherwise, beautiful walk, and you can already hear heaps of birds around as well. So just an excellent place for a whole heap of different wildlife, really. We got anything? Oh, a couple of turtles in the water. Hopefully you guys... Oh yeah, there's a turtle there. Oh, turtles everywhere. You can see them floating around the top and on the log. One here. It's a bit glary, but there's one just sticking its head up there. Oh, the more I look, the more they're coming out of the woodwork. So there's a couple of little babies just off the log there. And there's some under the water, there's some out here, there's bigger ones coming up. Oh, the more I look, the more they show up. This is wicked. I don't know what species they are up and around here. I know that there's sawshell turtles up in and around Mossman Gorge. That beautiful spot along there. You can hear someone calling over the other side. Not too good with my bird calls, just in general, and even up in this area, North Queensland as well. But looks like an excellent little walk for some wildlife. Look at this. I suppose it's just luck of the draw a lot of the time. It's just so rich with the vegetation and biodiversity, all the animals and stuff inside, that yeah, it's always a wicked walk. These wet tropics are something else, like nothing I've experienced before, really. Incredible habitat type with these forests, and the types of animals you're seeing, the diversity and all that. Oh, someone's just jumped there. It's a catbird, spotted catbird, just cruising off. I don't know if you're able to see it jumping or flying around. It's bush turkey. What? I don't know if it's been getting fed or if it's territorial at the moment. It ran up to me at that corner, and now it's following me along this trail. Look at it, running, and then it just slows right down. I don't know, whatever behaviour is going on right here. Must have been getting fed or something. Anyway. So I've finished up. There was a rainforest walk, it was called, on the other side of the road from the visitor centre. I'm now on the side that the visitor centre's on, and this is the Tulip Oak walk. So a little loop like the rainforest one. So hopefully I see some kangaroos here. Missed out on tree kangaroos on the other side of the road, which is a bit disappointing. They're likely there. It's just incredibly hard to see them. Wicked. So albeit not moving and a tiny little blob, hopefully you got to see that. There is a Lumholtz tree kangaroo right above me at the moment. You can't see because it's too dense of vegetation, but I'm at the Narada tea house. I don't want to look like too much of a weirdo talking to myself. There's some people around, but otherwise I'm stoked. I finally got to see some during the day. They're all hunkered over and sleeping. Looks like there's a big one and a smaller one. Nonetheless, absolutely stoked. Yeah, that is wicked. Saw one during the night, and then I finally got to see one during the day. I was starting to get worried when I didn't see one out Malanda way, unfortunately. But otherwise, yeah, as soon as I rocked up here, walked towards the visitor centre, and there's just this grove of yeah, remnant vegetation, which is, it's good that it's still here, and there's signs all along the main road saying look out for them and that kind of stuff, because otherwise there is just fields and fields of tea plantations. So this must be a last little stronghold they have, but stoked. Yeah, thanks Nat, if you watch this. Yeah, I really appreciate the tip off. Good for spotting, but really unfortunate for them is that there really isn't yeah, too much to go between here. They basically have to live their whole lives here, because otherwise it's all just tea fields and factories and stuff like that around. So there you go. There's probably a few cruising around here, but otherwise there you go. Finally got to see the tree roos, so that's ticked off. And now the plan is to head out to Lake Eacham, whatever it is, go for a bit of a look around there, bit of a swim, see if anything's cruising around, and yeah, and then keep the good times rolling. So there they are. Hopefully you can see two tails coming down from there. Very shaky, unfortunately, and it is real zoomed in. Nice little creek, and there were some water dragons sitting on the rocks. Oh, see? Hopefully you guys got a good view there. There he goes. Wicked. Unfortunate that I spooked him. Didn't want to stress him out or anything like that. Gosh, something would be wrong with me if I didn't stop for this. Look at that. Oof. Look at that. That's the biggest one I've seen so far being up in here in Queensland. Kites for days. Look at that. Huge group of them. Well, big compared to what I've seen. Not big for some areas, but look at that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Look at them. Huge group of them just cruising around. Usually you'd see them around like when there's farming machinery going through, or when there's like fires and stuff like that, but there's nothing going on that I can see. They've got a far better vantage point than I do. Oh, you can hear my excitement. Borderline a bit weird, I suppose, but look at that. Beautiful. You know what the best part is? No flapping of the wings going on. There's not even that much breeze. Look at them. No wing flapping going on. Just effortlessly staying aloft, and just that tail turning like a little rudder. Little alterations with that tail, and they're just changing direction, opening up their wings a bit more, closing them. Oh, amazing. Sweet. This is what it's all about. The road kite adventures is for these guys, black kites. This is the animal. This is basically the totem of this channel. How incredible. Speechless. And it's a black kite. It's not like it's a very rare bird. As you saw, there was heaps of them, but God, they are beautiful to watch. Closely followed by your wedgies, the way they cruise around in a similar fashion to these guys, so effortlessly. They're so versatile in the way they hunt, really. Well, if hunting, if you can describe it as all. They're specking right out. You guys probably wouldn't be able to pick that up, unfortunately, but that huge group that we saw is specking right out in the clouds. They're specks just for me in my vision. So this camera would have probably buckleys of picking them up. Fork in the tail, hopefully you can pick that up. Fork tail kite, black kite. Halfway through the day, that was an excellent little spot. Just saw tree roos already on a high, and the only thing that could have got me higher is your black kites, really. Or any raptor cruising around, but black kites especially. Look at them go. Mate. All right. Well, and the biggest sort of congregation I've seen up in Queensland so far. Oh, they're good. Anyway, sun's coming out now. It was pretty cloudy all morning. Sun coming out is good because I want to go for a swim, and I need some light penetration to see the fish and that kind of stuff at the swimming location I'm going next, to the Crater Lakes, and yeah, we'll pick up there. Look at this, just rocked up at Lake Eacham, whatever. A lot of ways to pronounce all these places. Beautiful little picnic and barbecue area. But already I just went for a quick walk along the water, teeming with turtles. And there's some archer fish in there as well. So very keen to check those guys out. Just making my way back down. And yeah, we'll get in, see some turtles. Alrighty guys, finishing up the video at this absolute monstrous beauty, the curtain fig tree. I was hoping, like, the fig tree itself is absolutely incredible. I was hoping to see a lesser sooty owl tucked up in there. I saw on Instagram, someone found them, Zach McKenzie. He put on his Instagram, he found a lesser sooty owl in here, which would have been an absolute stellar sighting if I got to see it. I would have loved to, but otherwise, yeah, not too lucky to see a lesser sooty owl today. But there'll be plenty more opportunities, and I did pretty well with my tree roos and all that kind of stuff. And it's been a wicked journey this last day and everything I have seen. So yeah, finishing up here, I'll head back to Port Douglas. Bit of a hour and 50-minute journey, not too bad at all, but beautiful place to end this video. So cheers for joining. Yeah, thanks for watching if you got this far, and yeah, until next time, have a good one guys, and hopefully you enjoyed, learned a bit and got to see some wicked wildlife with me along the way.